Flying might seem straightforward. Book your ticket, pack your bags, and show up at the airport, right? Wrong. There's a whole world of secret hacks and insider tips that airlines don't want you to know because it could save you time, money, and stress. But don't worry, I've got you covered. Today, I'm revealing the top 10 flight secrets that could completely transform the way you travel. These aren't your usual tips like pack light or arrive early. No, we're going deeper than that, sharing the little-known strategies savvy travelers swear by. Some of these might even have you wondering why you've been flying the old way for so long. From how to snag an upgrade without paying first-class prices to a trick that could change your entire in-flight experience. These tips are game changers. And trust me, there's a reason airlines aren't exactly keen on you knowing these. Make sure you stick around for all 10 because the number one tip at the end is a real gem, one even seasoned flyers often overlook. If you're ready to upgrade your travel game and fly smarter, then buckle up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already because you're about to gain insider knowledge that most travelers only dream of having. Without further ado, let's jump right into the 10 flight secrets airlines wish you never found out about. 10. The best time to book a flight isn't what you think. For years, travelers clung to the Tuesday rule, the belief that booking flights late Tuesday nights snagged the lowest fares. While it was once true in the simpler days of airline ticketing, this hack no longer holds up under scrutiny. With modern algorithms and real-time pricing, ticket costs shift constantly based on demand, making timing even more nuanced. Here's what works now, according to recent travel data. To get the best deal on domestic flights, aim to book 1 to 3 months before departure. Planning an international trip? Extend that window to 2 to 8 months in advance. This lead time allows you to take advantage of fare dips while avoiding last-minute price hikes. And contrary to popular belief, the day of the week you book can make a difference. Sundays statistically offer the best prices, not because airlines magically reduce fares, but because weekend sales align with this timing. Want to maximize your savings? Combine this with flexible travel days. Wednesdays and Saturdays consistently feature the cheapest flights, as fewer people choose to fly on these off-peak days. However, this is only part of the equation. To book strategically, it's smart to leverage tech tools like Google Flights or Hopper. These apps monitor prices for your selected routes, sending you alerts when fares drop. Another myth that deserves to be busted is the use of incognito mode when browsing for flights. Some believe that airlines hike prices based on your cookies. Not true. What actually drives prices higher? Demand, availability, and timing of your search. By focusing on these factors instead of outdated myths, you'll have a better chance of securing the perfect fare. The key takeaway? Stay informed and book with purpose. Smarter booking, not just earlier booking, can mean the difference between snagging a deal and feeling cheated when your seatmate paid far less. 9. Skip the customer service desk when flights are disrupted. Picture this nightmare scenario. You're at the airport, your flight's delayed, and eventually it's canceled altogether. Soon you find yourself among a crowd of restless passengers, all waiting in a painfully long line at the airline's customer service desk. But here's a well-kept secret. Airlines don't want you to know. That line isn't your only option. While others are wasting precious time at the desk, you can rebook faster by exploring alternatives. Calling the airline directly is often quicker, but here's a pro tip few travelers use. Airlines frequently staff international phone numbers with agents who handle issues faster than their U.S. counterparts. Better yet, skip the call altogether and use the airline's mobile app. Most major airlines now allow you to manage bookings, find alternatives, and even rebook directly through their apps in just minutes. Similarly, reaching out via social media can work wonders. Platforms like Twitter, now commonly referred to as Twitter X, often have rapid customer support teams that can respond to your concerns in real time. Imagine solving your travel dilemma in a few direct messages while your fellow passengers are still inching forward in line. Speed is everything in these situations, as open seats on the next flights after a cancellation or delay can vanish within minutes. To improve your odds, use multiple methods at once. Try calling the airline, tweeting them, and using the app simultaneously. Whichever platform gets you a response first is the one you stick with. Don't overlook loyalty programs either. Even basic free memberships to airlines programs often come with priority service perks. When seats and solutions are scarce, loyalty members tend to be bumped higher on the list for assistance and alternate flights. By being proactive and resourceful, you'll avoid hours of frustration at the customer service desk. It's all about keeping your cool and knowing the behind-the-scenes hacks. Airlines don't advertise this because the gate agents want to manage the chaos, but you don't have to stick with that system. 8. You're entitled to compensation, but you have to speak up. Flight delays and cancellations are irritating, but did you know they could actually work in your favor? If your flight is significantly delayed or canceled, you might be entitled to compensation. The rules surrounding flight compensation vary depending on where you're flying. Within the U.S., airlines aren't legally obligated to compensate passengers for delays caused by weather or air traffic control issues. However, if the delay happens due to factors within the airline's control, such as maintenance problems, staffing shortages, or mechanical issues, you could qualify for benefits like meal vouchers, travel credits, or even hotel accommodations. Some carriers might offer frequent flyer points as a goodwill measure, but don't count on it unless you push for it. Flying to or from Europe? The laws are stricter and often in your favor. Under EU Regulation 261, airlines operating in or departing from Europe can owe passengers up to €600 for long delays, cancellations, or even denied boarding. The amount depends on the delay length and travel distance. And no, this isn't limited to European airlines. US-based carriers must also follow the rule when flying within Europe. Here's the tricky part. Airlines won't volunteer this compensation unless you demand it. To claim, visit the airline's website and submit a formal request. Want to make it easier? Use services like AirHelp or Claim Compass to handle the claim for you, though they'll typically take a cut of the payout. Timing matters too. If your delay stretches beyond 2 to 3 hours due to an issue the airline controls, that's your signal to step forward and make your case. Politely approach staff or customer service representatives and ask what compensations are being offered. You might walk away with a free hotel stay, meal vouchers, or even partial refunds. The bottom line is clear. Know your rights, and don't be afraid to advocate for yourself. Compensation policies exist for a reason, and those who speak up often find themselves getting perks others miss. Airlines rely on passengers staying quiet, but you don't have to play by their rules. 7. The hidden city ticketing trick airlines despise. Here's a bold and somewhat controversial hack to save serious cash on your next flight. It's called hidden city ticketing, and while airlines hate it, many savvy travelers swear by it. This sneaky strategy leverages a quirk in airline pricing to your advantage. Here's how it works. Instead of booking a direct flight to your intended destination, you book a cheaper ticket that connects through your target city. For example, imagine you're heading to Chicago. Instead of booking a direct flight from New York to Chicago, you might find that a flight from New York to Denver with a layover in Chicago is actually cheaper. With this method, you simply miss the second leg of the trip and exit at your layover city. Crazy, right? But it works because airline pricing algorithms sometimes make longer routes less expensive to compete with high direct flight demand in major hubs. While tools like Google Flights help you spot these opportunities, a dedicated website called Skiplagged makes hidden city ticketing easier by highlighting these unconventional routes. That said, there are a few drawbacks you should be aware of. First, always travel with carry-on luggage only. Any bags you check will continue to the ticket's final destination, leaving you stranded without your belongings. Second, frequent use of this tactic under your loyalty account can draw attention. Some airlines have been known to flag accounts, revoke miles, or even blacklist frequent offenders. Stay discreet and use this sparingly. The upshot? Hidden city ticketing is not in line with the airline's rules, but occasional use of this gray area trick can help you snag stunning savings. Just weigh the risks, keep it carry-on, and you could save hundreds on your next trip. Domash score better seats without paying a dime. Nobody likes sitting smack dab in the middle seat when flying, but it seems more airlines are charging extra for seats that weren't premium some years ago. But here's the deal. You don't have to dig into your wallet to snag a better spot. A bit of clever strategizing can help you land a prime seat for free. First, realize this important fact about airline seating charts. Not all seat assignments are released when flights first go on sale. Airlines tend to hold back premium spots, like aisle and window seats, to offer them later at a higher price. Here's the trick. Check back regularly in your flight booking to see if any desirable options have been released. Seats often open up 24 to 48 hours before departure as airlines finalize manifests or upgrade certain passengers. It's the perfect time to snag a better seat without any fee. If you're traveling solo, here's another strategic move. Choose an aisle seat in a row where the window seat is taken, leaving the middle one open. Many people avoid picking middle seats unless absolutely necessary, which increases your chance of a neighbor-free row. If the middle seat stays empty, congratulations, you've got way more space without paying anything. Another tip, get friendly with the gate agent. Politely ask if any better seats are available when you check in for your flight or if you notice the flight isn't fully booked. Gate agents often have the power to upgrade your seat at no charge, especially when they're redistributing passengers for weight balancing on smaller planes. The takeaway here is that you don't have to resign yourself to subpar seating or shell out extra dollars. A little flexibility and resourcefulness can save you some serious discomfort and make your flying experience much more pleasant. 5. Gate-checked carry-ons could be your secret weapon. Have you ever worried about your bag fighting for space in the overhead bins? Overpacked flights can make it feel impossible to secure a spot for your carry-on. But here's a secret you can use to your advantage. Sometimes your carry-on bag can get gate-checked for free, saving you time, space, and stress. This little-known perk often presents itself during hectic or crowded flights. When overhead bins start filling up, gate agents usually announce that they can no longer accommodate every carry-on and offer complimentary gate checking. On smaller aircraft, this is almost a given due to limited storage space. Look for signs of a crowded flight, such as a full boarding area, chaotic lines, or reminders from airline staff that there's limited bin space. The beauty of gate checking is that you can often save on the hassle of cramming bags into crowded bins, and unlike checking a bag at the counter, this service doesn't normally cost extra. Additionally, gate-checked bags typically return to you quickly after the flight. Instead of waiting at baggage claim, your carry-on is often placed on the jet bridge or close to the aircraft exit for easy retrieval. For those who routinely overpack their carry-ons, this trick can be a lifesaver. You'll also benefit from a lighter boarding experience without lugging your bag down narrow airplane aisles. However, it's best to confirm with the gate agent that your bag will not incur fees for gate checking, as rules can vary across airlines. The bottom line is this: gate checking is an often overlooked way to reduce boarding stress. With a little awareness of your flight situation, you could not only save time but also score a free pass for your carry-on. It's one less thing to worry about when flying, and savvy travelers know to take advantage of this hidden gem. 4. You can bring more than you think with bag strategy. Say goodbye to overthinking your carry-on allowance and stressing about how much you can pack. There's a way to bring more on board without breaking the rules or paying hefty baggage fees. It all comes down to using a smart bag strategy. Most airlines allow you one carry-on and one personal item for free. While you might think a personal item is limited to a compact bag like a tiny purse, here's the game changer. Airlines don't usually enforce strict size restrictions for personal items as long as they fit under the seat in front of you. This means you have an opportunity to bring a much larger bag than you might think. A backpack, tote, or even a slightly oversized messenger bag works, as long as it doesn't look too stuffed or oversized. For example, your personal item can easily hold travel essentials like snacks, a jacket, tech devices, documents, and even a small pillow. Add compression bags to the mix, and you can pack light clothing or other extras in a way that saves space and keeps you organized. Think outside the box, use that freebie allowance to its fullest, and reserve your carry-on for bulkier items. When it comes to your carry-on, size restrictions are usually clear, but many airlines don't weigh carry-ons on domestic flights. If weight isn't a factor, maximize your space by repacking smarter. Swap heavy items for lighter ones, roll your clothes to make room for more, or use packing cubes to stay neat and compact. If weight is monitored, redistribute some items to your personal item to stay within limits. With these strategies in play, you can breeze through the boarding process with more than you originally thought possible, all without paying extra. Just remember, the key to flying well with the most baggage is not how much you pack, but how you pack it. 3. Airplane mode is more helpful than you think. Airplane mode might seem like a mundane requirement rather than an asset, but it can significantly enhance your travel experience. Sure, we're all told to switch our devices to airplane mode for safety reasons, but this feature can save your phone's battery life and improve your day in ways you didn't expect. When your phone is not in airplane mode, it's constantly searching for signals. Even during the flight, it looks for cell towers or nearby Wi-Fi networks to connect to, even though it can't use them at cruising altitude. This continuous signal hunt burns through your battery quickly. Think about it. Have you ever started a flight with a fully charged phone, only to find it nearly drained before landing? Airplane mode is the solution. Once you enable airplane mode, your phone stops searching for cellular networks. This reduces energy consumption and keeps your battery alive for longer. To fully optimize battery life, you can also turn off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth unless you're using in-flight internet. If your airline offers Wi-Fi services, free or paid, you can still connect after switching your phone to airplane mode so you can stay entertained or even keep working. Another added benefit of airplane mode is that it minimizes interruptions. You won't receive random texts, notifications, or calls mid-flight, making it easier to relax, sleep, or focus on reading or watching movies. While the airplane mode requirement starts as a compliance step for safety during takeoff and landing, it's a smart feature for travelers looking to conserve power and reduce distractions. Make it part of your flying routine, and you'll arrive at your destination with a phone that's ready to use. 2. Maximize baggage without paying extra. Here's a secret hidden in plain sight. You can bring more without baggage fees by simply strategizing how you maximize the luggage you're already allowed to carry. Many of us overlook the flexibility airlines give with personal items, but tapping into this simple hack can completely change how much you can bring on board. Most travelers focus on their carry-on, but the personal item is your real underdog. A personal item can be a backpack or laptop bag that fits under the seat, but airlines rarely check its exact size. This opens up options for choosing larger bags that still qualify as a personal item. For instance, with a smartly packed backpack, you can include a surprising amount of extra items, from snacks to clothing layers, portable chargers, and in-flight essentials. Don't overlook additional organizational tools like packing cubes or compression bags for your carry-on luggage. They allow you to shrink bulky clothing into smaller bundles, giving you space for other essentials. An even better trick? Wear your heaviest items like jackets or boots during boarding. This saves room in your luggage while keeping you warm and comfortable on the plane. Also, keep an eye out for airlines that allow a bonus item like a shopping bag or duty-free purchases. These loopholes can translate into more space without exceeding your baggage allowance. When everything is packed strategically, you'll avoid extra baggage fees, carry everything you need, and feel far less stressed about what's in your luggage. It's all about knowing the rules and playing by them wisely. 1. Flight attendants notice everything, and it can work for you. Your behavior on the plane is no small thing. Flight attendants are the unsung heroes of air travel, orchestrating the safety and comfort of passengers through a highly organized system. But did you know they observe far more than you think? Their perceptions can make or break your in-flight experience. From the moment you set foot on the plane, flight attendants are taking stock. Are you cheerful, polite, and patient? Or are you confrontational and demanding? The impressions you create in those initial moments can influence how flight attendants interact with you. Be kind and you may unlock unexpected perks, like a drink upgrade, extra snacks, or seating adjustments. Flight attendants appreciate passengers who make their job easier, and a little goodwill can go a long way. If your flight isn't full, a friendly interaction can also help you score additional comfort. It's not unheard of for flight attendants to shuffle passengers around, giving you an empty adjacent seat or extra legroom if available. They may even assist with finding overhead baggage space or offering an extra blanket on a long-haul flight. However, it's just as easy to end up on their bad side. Passengers who are rude or overly demanding may find themselves ignored when the meal cart comes through, or overlooked when amenities are being handed out. It's not favoritism so much as human nature. Treat people well and they'll be more willing to help you. The takeaway? Treat flight attendants with respect and kindness. They're not just there to serve you, they're your allies in ensuring your trip is as comfortable as possible. Whether it's small courtesies or unexpected upgrades, the rewards of politeness can surprise you. With these secrets, you now have even more tools to make air travel a breeze. From packing smarter to building positive relationships with flight attendants, small changes can lead to big wins. With so much knowledge in your corner, you can turn flying into a streamlined and even enjoyable experience.